What's going on YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Visions video, and we just got the news dropped for the big patch coming out tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff going on today. I've had 7 Deadly Sins news, FFBE news, and now War of the Visions news with a bunch of 2 million download celebrations and the units we had talked about before. We'll go into a little bit more detail on them today and get into all the good stuff. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so remember that dream I had where they were going to have FFBE on Tuesday? We had, some Monday news for 7 Deadly Sins, and then Wednesday would be our day for War of the Visions. Not happening. It looks like everything's going to be compounded into Tuesday, so hopefully you guys like videos and like watching them, because I do need the views and the support and the thumbs ups. Please thumbs up right now, because I have to compound all these videos super crunch together, right? I have to get the videos out there for you guys. So since we left off when we talked about, the whole Admirable Prince event coming out, we've had some new things come to light. So, JP and item drop double up campaign, meaning that, those items you guys have been farming for, they're not dropping the best. Well, in story, you're going to get double JP and double item drops from the 8th of April all the way to the 14th of April. So this is the time to really be farming those, job leveling up materials that you need, farming that JP to level up your abilities on your units, and I can't wait to be using this. We also get a special JP reward quest that we can do, and as you run it, you're gonna get some Visior obviously for first time completions, but we're also gonna be able to get 500 JP per unit. So whatever team you put together, put the team in that you really want to be leveling up their abilities, and you get 500 JP, and I think you can run this once a day, and it's going to run from the 8th until the 14th as well. So it's going to be a lot of JP. It's going to give you a nice boost to making sure your units have leveled up abilities and make them stronger, and JP is just a jerk anyway, so it really helps out that we get that. They go more in detail about the Admirable Prince event. Remember, I think it's talking about Stern, and we're going to get a little cutscenes. We're going to get some first-time Visior completion rewards, stuff like that. They talk about going in and fighting it off. Complete the milestone to get Wind, Ice, and Dark Awakening Prisms. I know you guys really needed those, as well as Rainbow and Azure Vision Spheres. I wish it said Rainbow Fragments, but we do have some Rainbow Fragments coming to us in other events. Moving on down, this is the EX quest, or essentially the equipment farming quest I was talking about, and that's where we see that beautiful rainbow fragment. Oh my goodness, I only have one right now, and I really need more of them to be able to keep continuing leveling up my units. So every time I see that as a reward, I get so happy. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Again, you guys are going to be able to make a great sword and an axe. I thought it was going to be a fist weapon, so it looks like a great sword. So you guys are going to be able to go in and make those. And apparently from what I heard of in the JP version, this was a much better event than what that one we're kind of running right now when it comes to weapons. And then Final Fantasy Tactics is even better when you get that weapon from there. And then as it says, furthermore, clear the Admirable Prince EX1 or the EX2 and earn yourself a Rainbow Fragments of Thought. It says or, so I'm hoping maybe it's 2, but I'm thinking if you just do one or the other, it's some kind of mission where you get it. But either way, Rainbow Fragments, yes. All right, now we're going to talk about the new units, and the names were somewhat correct. It is Yerma and Nasha. It's not Naisha or Nasha, whatever I tried to say before. It is Yerma and Nasha. Those are going to be the units on the banner, along with Roaring Thunderclap Ramu, which I didn't get Shiva. Maybe Ramu will come to me. I don't know. Or maybe I'll get Shiva trying to get Ramu, but I don't think I'm really pulling right now. As you can see, my Visior is on the lower side because I keep going for them shards. Them shards for my girl Frederica. So we've talked about Yerma before being a main job Viking, a sub job Knight, and Thief. Main job Viking, super strong. She is a super bruiser. I actually wish I could go for her, but I just don't have the resources right now. I need to save them up. She's very, very powerful, guys. She just is a bruiser, man. She moves in, just swings her axe, cuts people up, does a lot of good damage, has the ability to kind of lifesteal some of that, and then also the Thief job helps her with her agility and her movement a little bit. So she's not just going to be one of those slow-moving, tanky, bruiser-type units. She's actually going to be able to move around the map quite a bit. So I'm going to give you guys some nice options there. Looking at her limit burst, it says deals damage L, large, wish I had actual numbers, to target and lowers units' attack resistance for 3 turns and raises own attack resistance. So it buffs her up tankier, it lowers down and breaks essentially the attack resist on the enemy, and it does a lot of damage. It's very, very strong. And that's what she does. She's kind of like a breaker, bruiser, damage dealer. She's going to have Trinity breaks. She's going to have other types of breaks that you guys are really going to enjoy getting your hands on. Killing Axe deals damage L within target range and bestows Maneater, and we know how important Maneater is in PvP, so this is a great move, Killing Axe, to be able to use. And guys, I still want to say this again. If you look at, I don't know if it's going to let me click in here. It's not. Look above Killing Axe, and you see that sword coming down, and then you see that it's green for wind. So that's the attack type. Don't worry about that sword slashing. That just means it's an attack. This thing next to it when you look at abilities is what's important. That means it's slashing type, right? For chaining, and it also means it's wind element. So this is going to be very important when it comes to slash attack up or, wind damage up. That's going to determine right here. That's going to be very important. That is the one thing you want to look at. Okay, that's the one thing you want to look at when it comes to chaining or doing your damage up. Just want to let you guys know that. Moving on, we have Nasha, and again, I love her to death. She's a beautiful unit. I really wish she wasn't an MR, but she is ice elements. And the thing is, a lot of us don't have ice element shards or leveling or awakening materials, because we had Medina. And she's just not as good as someone like Mont. We've already talked about Mont being absolutely insane and easy to get his shards to show up all the time. And he's just going to be easier to build up. And with his breaks and his damage and his tankiness, he's going to be able to be a lot better than Nasha is. Nasha does have the White Mage and Dragoon sub-jobs, but for her main job being Paladin and her being a tank, you really want to run the White Mage as your sub-job to make sure you can heal up your teammate a little bit. Or your teammates, and then move on. Saintly crosses the LB, deal damage into targets with an area around self, so spin to win, baby. She does that little bit of an LB there. So overall, I'm very, very sad with how they have a unit that, to me, I don't know how to put it. I'm not attracted as in, oh, time to date Nasha. It's like, I just like the way she looks. I love the woman in knight armor, big shield, sword, strong woman aesthetic, I guess you could say. And it sucks that it's kind of wasted here on a unit that I think they really nailed the look of and the greatness of her. So moving on down, we do get Ramu, which is a new vision card. And again, we talked about this. Ramu the Esper is going to be the next best thing to Shiva. And some people will use Ramu anyway because he gives more magic, I do believe. Whereas Shiva is going to give you more of that agility and the speed, but he's going to be more raw power. Looking at what the vision card gives is party ability magic up, which is great. A UR card giving that magic up is awesome. And it gives you some lightning resist as the bestowed ability. So that's also pretty cool. And again, Ramu is going to be a top tier Esper. I still haven't gotten myself a hands on any of the UR Espers yet. Besides, I think they gave me Siren at the beginning of the game. I need Golem, Ifrit, Shiva, and now Ramu. Hopefully I get lucky enough to get them later on. So overall, this banner is pretty good, to be honest. If you like, Yerma's great, Ramu's great. This unit, not the best, the MR unit. But the problem is I know a lot of you guys are either low from Frederica or you are really looking forward to that Final Fantasy Tactics banner, and you really should be because the vision card on there is great as well. Even if you're just going to skip Ramza or try to skip Ramza and Orlando, we're going to be going for that vision card. So it's getting a tough spot, and hopefully you guys just pull like maybe an off banner Yerma and build her up slowly because she is worth it for sure. Then it just talks about there being new shops and talks about the different units that are going to be added and, the whole, summon medals or whatever you get from summoning on the banner. And then the 2 million downloads are up to 2 million now. We're celebrating that in the game, which is great. We look down here. We are going to get a login bonus, which is 1,000, 2,000, 3,500, right? If I'm adding that up, 3,500 Visior just from logging in, along with some other rewards that don't really matter as much because we love the Visior. I just want to make sure that's right. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,500. That's what I'm talking about. That's good. I need that. I very much need that. Then they talk about the download shop. So we've had the 1 million or the launch download shop where you guys can spend gil. And looky what we have on the side there. Well, some of it's paid Visior. Hopefully that's a fragment of Rainbow of Thought. Let me read this on the thing so I get it right. Rainbow Fragment of Thought there, idiot. Okay, great. You guys can buy those hopefully with gil, and it's not going to be something where you have to have paid Visior or it's Visior because those things are super rare. I keep saying it just so you guys understand that when you're like, man, I only have 3 million gil and this thing's 1 million. I'm not wasting that. Bro, get it, man. I'm telling you, every unit, MR, UR uses a ton of those when awakening, and I want you to have them so you can be awakening your units, okay? So make sure you get your hands on those. There are going to be 2 more guaranteed UR banners, and I think that's a theme that we're going to start seeing where the UR banners for paid Visior are just going to keep coming out. We get 1 for units. Again, the newer units are going to be on there, but I don't think they're going to have a rate up. They kind of like play it off like they are. Like the same with Ramu down here. There's going to be a guaranteed. Oh, he's not featured on the front of that picture. So we'll have to take a look. But you always want to check the rates, guys. Don't ever go in thinking, okay, well, I see Yerma there. She must have a rate up on this guaranteed UR. Always check the rates, dude. Always double check, triple check. They have to be right legally, the rates. I mean, we hope they are, at least. That's what it's supposed to be with illegal things going on in the world. But, you know, that's going to be for the paid players. But then, thank goodness, they give you guys, at least everybody, is getting a free 10-time summon for the 2 million download celebration. Best of luck to you guys summoning on that. We get some more of these normal summons where we get all the good stuff. And you guys can get, I actually ended up getting a Frederica shard in there. So you can see that you can get Yerma or the new Nasha and Ramu shards. I actually got Frederica 1, which I was poggers about pretty much. I was very, very excited. All kinds of new stuff getting added. And that will be going into the game. Today is the 7th. So it'll be going in, going in from the 7th to the 8th tonight. And you guys are going to be able to summon if you want to on Yerma. But again, in the JP version, it was Yerma, and then Christmas Ramada, and then Christmas Mon Cherie, and then it was a couple of weeks, and then it was Final Fantasy Tactics. So I know it's hard to stay strong for the people out there with the tactics, but stay a little bit stronger, get all this free Visior, make sure you're farming that up, and have it in your back pocket for when you really want to go ham in the game and become a little bit stronger. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you're pulling for Yerma and Ramu, or if you're staying strong like I was talking about. Subscribe to me here on YouTube. Follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Claic Yuzolt, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.